Blessing, sacred sovereign soul. I am Lady Drasmin. This is Tarot Tuesday here on Dragom Oracle. Let us begin by dropping in with 3 cleansing breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth while I clear the energy field. First one, inhale. Exhale. Second inhale. Soft, long exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Welcome here on TikTok Live. Welcome Tap the Field. Welcome Amir. Welcome Ketty. Welcome Beloved One. If you are catching the replay on YouTube, welcome. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. What a gift to have you here. This is week 3 in our month, and this is day 1 of week 3 of the monthly Soul Sanctuary Circle. So this week we are focusing on the body. Welcome 222, welcome Shaq, welcome everyone. So I'm just shifting my camera so I can see my notes. Welcome Mike, welcome Shaq, welcome everyone. So I'm just shifting my camera so I can see my notes. Welcome Mike, welcome. So what am I going to cover this week for Tarot Tuesday in relation to the body? So we just had Saturn shift into retrograde in Aries. And what this energy is doing is it is bringing up the clarity around how we present in our everyday world, our identity, our image, our legacy, our brand, our integrity, our values. Who is the I? Where is the mind creating the I? And then we have Uranus that just shifted into Gemini last week. We just had that full moon in Capricorn. And later this week, Mercury goes retrograde, and we will be having 4 planets in retrograde. So this collective energy, all of it combined, is bringing up an opportunity to rebuild your image with intention. Up until now, you may have built it on healing, on restoration, on recalibration, on obligation, on duty, on responsibility, on perception. It hasn't been an identity that is rooted in I am sovereign and I come first, because without me there is nothing that I am connected to that is connected to me. So this downloads have been coming through over the last few days as we've been in shifting in the ceremony, in this energy, as I've been in deep ceremony for the collective, and I will be in deep ceremony for the collective, deep prayer for the collective for the next few months. Welcome Mia, welcome Bartholomew, welcome Nellie, welcome Sarah. And I've been in this deep prayer, a lot of collective grief alchemizing through me. And I've been feeling this complete dissolution of denial in the collective frequency around personal distortions, myself included. I am not immune to this energy. And so when there's a lot of these shifts happening up here, in here, we have Saturn retrograde in Aries right now, so it's all here. And the fire that feeds the energy for thought, and then that ripples into action or non-action. And then later this year, it's going to go back into Pisces, and it's going to clear all this here. And basically what this energy is doing is it is stripping away the delulu, the fake confidence that has brought you to this point of true confidence. So you don't need that veil, that mask, that protection, that shield to anchor you, to guide you, to bridge you into the embodied space that you are in now. Now you're being asked to let go of that safety net, that old bridge that got you here, so that you can expand and nurture your sovereign I am presence. Imagination is beautiful. It is what creates momentum and energy for the creation of what we desire. And then once we create what we desire, now we have to come back into the reality and do the chop wood, carry water. So what if now, instead of the shadow being the healer, what if the shadow is now the spine? Instead of love by fire, what if it's love with grace? Instead of forcing, what about flowing? Saturn rules discipline, structure, karma, consequence, commitments, goals, foundation. And so the retrograde energy is inviting you to strip back all of these layers and get back to the core of the intention of what you are in co-creation with in all areas of your life. And all of those needed anymore. Can there refinement happen? There's a rebuilding of image, and there's also a refinement of the image that is happening now through November, with a brief period in there of the heart coming in and also being refined. So, for Saturn retrograde in Aries, that is the collective energy that I'm feeling. When I was connecting with a priestess sister this rising, we have weekly legacy check-ins. I was telling her that a download I got this rising was, or the clarity that was coming through from the downloads that I got this rising, some of which I've shared with you. There is a lot more, and that information will come through as I'm guided and as I process, right? I'm also like receiving this information and sharing it with you. I'm like, okay, I'm just sharing the message, trusting we all have pieces of the whole, right? So please share your insight, those of you who are here, those of you who are catching the replay. So the Saturn retrograde energy was like making me feel, have this deeper understanding around, so the divine blueprint was brought onto the earth consciousness. Hello, Megan. Thank you for being here. I'm doing the collective tarot reading for the Soul Sanctuary Circle, week 3. And once I'm complete with this, if I have some spaciousness, I will pull some personal cards. So everyone, please be patient. And I'll invite you to ask your questions at the end. Thank you, Megan. So this clarity piece was coming through around what the timeline that we're in right now. You're welcome, Megan. The timeline that we're in right now is restoring the divine blueprint and coming into divine union. And divine union is something that has not yet been experienced in the earth timeline. in the earth plane, in the earth consciousness. There was the creation energy that came in, the matriarchy, the priestesses, the womb codes that were coming in. And then there was this infection of consciousness that happened. And then there has been a lot of fuckery as a domino effect of that infection that has created a lot of pain and grief and heartache and loss and suffering and poverty and scarcity and blah, 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 and wars. We know the story. We don't need to go into it. And then Yeshua came to reawaken the divine codes. Mary Magdalena was here to reawaken the divine codes. And then they fractalated, ascended, and thousands of years have passed to germinate these seeds in the collective consciousness, to heal the fractures of the infection, to restore the threads, the foundation upon which we can grow and thrive. And now we're in this next stage of our evolution, next stage of our ascension, next stage of our divine embodiment of splitting away from that identity of waiting for a messianic savior to realizing that you are the author and the story. We are all the Christos and the Magdalena. We are all the light and the shadow. We are all whole in this greater wholeness. And we are all integral to all of this. So let me know if that resonates and lands with you. And let's pull some tarot to bring more clarity into this Saturn in Aries retrograde and what to pay attention to, more that I've already shared. So Queen of Cups comes out, facing outward. Be mindful of addiction to people pleasing. Interesting message coming through with the Queen of Cups. Okay, listening. Be mindful of the addiction to attention, to drama, that is actually trauma bonding, that is actually your woundedness still asking for love and attention. Be mindful to not rebuild, refine your identity based on what you give to another in whatever form that might present. Make sure you are giving to yourself, and then from your overflow you give to another. Whew. Welcome Caitlin, welcome Lisa, welcome Pink Frenzy. And then we have the 4 on the inner. And as you are giving back to self, you are silently, and this does not mean withholding. This does not mean shutting down and shutting people out. This means having discernment on who to share your current process with. Megan, I really want to get into this. Into what, dear one? So the 4, the Emperor coming out, is saying your inner foundation is being recalibrated, refined, restructured right now, very apropos to the cosmic energy. All right? And you're asked to really pay attention. Oh, okay. I see your question, Megan. I'll get back to you in a moment. Okay. So actually, this is a perfect time because, we're talking about recalibrating inner foundation. And Megan is asking about how to get into tarot readings, okay? So this is a prime time for me to share an example from my own life and pathways of embodiment. So this is actually my first tarot deck right here, the Witch's Tarot. I went into this little Buddhist shop in Oregon, Northern Oregon. And I was just casually looking around at their singing bowls and their incense, very curious, very new, very unaware, but very open. And then I looked at the shelf and I was like, interesting, books and other things in there that I now understand are decks, oracle cards and stuff. And I saw this one. I was like, hey, that one's speaking to me. So I pulled it out of the shelf and I bought it. And this was a huge fucking deal. Like, hello, preacher's kid over here, okay? Bible thumping, raised Christian parents over here, all right? So, like, buying a deck of cards, all hail Satan, with a fucking pentagram on it. Like, let me tell you all, okay? I had to sit with that fucking fear for a while. Yeah, laugh it up. It's funny now, right? So I get this deck of cards, and thanks, Ren, for being here. Thanks, Coley. I'm doing personal readings at the end, okay? So I get this deck of cards, and there was a book that came with it, and I pulled a card every single day as my practice, and just reflected on the image, reflected on what it meant. And I did that for 3 months. And I journaled throughout the day what came up. And then at the end of the day, I would read the book and compare my intuitive understanding to extra or confirmatory, or usually both notes in the tarot guide. And then at the end of 3 months, I felt more confident in my practice, and I started doing 2 or 3 card readings. And that's how my tarot practice started evolving, by starting with intuition upon rising and then adding in the logic of the book at the end of the day. And through this, I started to restructure my inner world to integrate my intuition, to integrate my higher wisdoms, to integrate and create a container that then domino affected. I mean, I had just started meditating. I'd been meditating for 2 years at this point when I got this deck, So this is just one example of various tools that I have discovered and integrated over my 10 plus years of soul devotion to come into this place of authority and sovereignty within my I am presence. So that's how I would recommend, starting to read the tarot. Now, I do have a course on Tarot 101, how the cards break down, some basic card readings, how to interpret the core fundamentals of tarot. So if you're interested in my Tarot 101 course, you're welcome to head to my shop and check it out. The link is in the description below. So I also have a little tarot course for you. Super quick breakdown, and yeah, it's awesome. So, okay, one more card. What to be aware of. Look at this. The Fool card, adventuring into the unknown. It's nighttime. It's nighttime, and there's no moon that you see, and yet there's a shooting star. There's such clear confirmation of the direction for you to go towards right now, for you to stabilize your sovereign I am presence. And you may not have much that you're taking with you, yet you're taking yourself in holy wholeness, with intention, with clarity, with devotion, with purpose, with joy, with excitement, with wisdom, with curiosity, with presence. See the Saturn in Aries as an opportunity to fully anchor in that dream, that relationship, that life that you have always imagined, that you may have once played around with as a child, that you may have never given yourself permission to even visualize. Right now, you are being given an opportunity to look at all the different things that you have ever desired to be, do, and become, and at least pick one and go for it. That is Saturn retrograde in Aries, as well as the Uranus in Gemini, the Mercury retrograde coming in, and the other one that I'm like completely spacing out right now. So if somebody knows what it is, let me know. Okay, so any other messages for the collective, for the week ahead? How to ground into the body. Yes. Okay. So tomorrow, Wisdom Wednesday, I'm going to talk about nervous system regulation. It is so important right now. I was recording a video this rising, a dance movement video, processing some heavy emotion. And then all of a sudden I started experiencing a panic attack in the middle of my breath work. Like, what is happening? I am supposed to be calming down, not freaking out. And so nervous system regulation is so important right now. How do we do it when in the moment we feel like, join me in the private YouTube membership only page. It is a pay what you can offering. It starts at 99 cents a month. Okay, we meet 4 days a week, 4 weeks a month, and an extra bonus day. So 17 days a month for as low as 99 cents. If that is what you can offer, what your commitment is showing up to every circle. No excuses, because if you're not showing up to circle, you're not showing up for yourself in daily life. Okay, and this is an accountability and an empowerment and a love and a safe space to like get real and grow together. So okay, anyway, Wednesday, our words not working because quit it. No, too soon. So nervous system regulation. We're going to talk about it on Wisdom Wednesday this week. Thursdays, we meet, talk about the teachings, talk about breakthroughs, and share goals, create action plans. And then Friday is just a very low-key hangout, share sacred space, support whatever wants to come through on Fridays. So join me in the Soul Sanctuary Circle. Again, the link how to join that is in the description box of the replay. For the now, I will share the practice that I was using this rising when I was having my panic attack. Not my panic attack. I do not identify and attach myself to panic attacks. I was having a surge of emotion that was creating panic and anxiety rise in my body from just being a little dysregulated right now. There's a lot that's been changing my world. There's a lot of shit that went down over the weekend. So many things went fucking sideways, but I didn't die. Like, I didn't die, and I'm really happy about that. So I'm like, here's the practice that I was using in the moment to come back in my body. ABC, harmony helpers. A, acknowledge, I woke up today. I didn't die this weekend. I didn't die last night. I woke up today. Okay, I woke up today and breathe. Blow the candles. Breathe. C, connect, hand on heart, hand on belly. I woke up today. I am in my body. And I just literally sat there for like 20 minutes rocking. I woke up today. I am in my body. I woke up today. I am in my body. Oh, I woke up today. I am in my body. Just literally coming back in, because there's so much that's just been like, and it's everywhere. It's like a 300-year-old storage unit that just got open, and you're like, holy shit, there's so much in here to like unpack. But if you look a little deeper, it's just a whole bunch of empty fucking boxes. Like 90% of it is empty fucking boxes, okay? So, I woke up today, I'm in my body. And then I started doing the series of steps from my ABC, CPR, or not ABC, from my CPR deck that I created that is currently sold out. So thank you everyone for your generous donations and for your support in the Soul Sanctuary Circles, because I'm saving right now for the CPR deck, as well as for a house for myself, because I am not sure where I'm going to be in less than 2 weeks. So Om Jai Ma, Om Shanti Om. And I started doing my steps. A, Acknowledge, I woke up today. B, breath. C, connect. Hand on heart, hand and belly. I woke up today. I am in my body. D, drum. Start moving some energy. E, look at yourself in the mirror. I got this. I had a glass of water. I looked in the water. I got this. I got this. So A, B, C, D, E. I'm sharing with you this self-regulation grounding exercise that you can use, especially this week as we get 4 planets into retrograde. 3 of them are in Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is the I am. It is the head. It is fire. It is very intense. So I woke up today. I am in my body. It is safe to be me. I got this. I woke up today. I am in my body. It is safe for me to be me. I got this. All I am is valid. It's safe to be me. All I am is valid. It's safe to be me. So I invite you to make some time this week to look. I split the deck to the Emperor card, and we have the Emperor card in the middle of the reading. So it's really, really important this week to take care of your body, to not overextend yourself, to not overcommit, to not add to your overflowing plate. This is a week to really just step back and reevaluate what is on your plate and whether it is all serving you or it is weighing you down, and to just let it go. And if that means just giving the whole fucking plate away, then fine. So let's close with Earth Magic Oracle. Forest, breathe, and Milky Way perspective. Yo, okay, like this literally sums up the fucking energy right now and the practice that I just shared. Like, shift your perspective and breathe through it. Universe has jokes. Ha, 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 ha. Right? Pagan's so crazy. Okay, river, movement. Okay, recognize that there is movement, and sometimes stillness is movement. The river isn't always rushing forward, yet it is always headed to the ocean. So can you trust that even in moments where you don't see movement in the 3D, this is my current journey right now. I'm not seeing much movement in the 3D. I'm like, hello, I'm feeling the human experience of time, pressure on me. And yet, trust that all is in divine alignment. Vulnerability is the key and the way forward right now for everyone. That's literally the only option. Or rather, the only way, because there is no other option. Vulnerability, and it doesn't have to be hard, right? Like, it can feel nice, like this meadow. Like a nice clear blue sky, not too hot, a cool breeze, beautiful flowers, bees and dragonflies flitting around. Like, can vulnerability be soft for you? And the trick to that is having a home environment, being surrounded by people who encourage you lovingly, who are willing to grow with you. And the final message is vigilance, stone people. This does not mean be defensive. This means be discerning. Okay? Yes, selfishness is very real. Little red birdie just popped up by the window. Oh, how cute are you, little face? I just want to peck your nose. Okay. Squirrel or red bird. Anyway, pay attention to the beauty and the distractions, and make sure that you don't get lost in other, and you're staying present within. Bottom of the deck, rebirth. Mic drop here. sealing these messages in. May they be received with clarity, with ease, with alignment. All glory to the utmost high. Thank you everyone for being here, for joining Tarot Tuesday, week 3 of Soul Sanctuary Circle, where we talked about the Saturn retrograde in Aries energy in conjunction with some of the other cosmic energies and how to navigate the currents and personal evolution at this time. Would love to hear your insights. All the links on how to connect with me and my offerings are in the description box below. Until we meet again, hopefully tomorrow in Wisdom Wednesday, take care of your beautiful selves. Nourish, hydrate, breathe, and trust that exactly where you are is exactly where you are meant to be right now. And what you are guided to do is indeed the right action for you. Blessings. Okay, so who's here and wants a personal card pull? I got some space. Megan, you've been so patient.